It's strange how life breaks you. Not with big explosions, but with small silent cuts. Mine started the day I heard my husband whisper to someone, "She's not mentally stable. She can't handle her business anymore." Those words, they didn't just hurt. They shattered something inside me, because I had spent 12 years building that business, brick by brick, tier by tier, sacrificing my sleep, my peace, even my health. And the man who held my hand was now holding the knife. He didn't attack me suddenly. No, he was smarter than that. He weakened me quietly. He told my employees I wasn't attending meetings because I had episodes. He told my family I had emotional breakdowns. He told his mother that I was losing touch with reality. And slowly people stopped trusting me, stopped asking me, stopped believing in me. I kept asking myself, why is he doing this? What did I do wrong? But the answer came the day I found the documents hidden in his drawer. Legal papers trying to transfer 51% ownership of my company to him. My knees shook. My heart collapsed. My hands turned cold. He wasn't trying to help me. He was trying to erase me. Whenever I tried to defend myself, he twisted my words. If I cried, he said I needed therapy. If I questioned him, he said I was paranoid. If I got angry, he said I was unstable. He would hold my shoulders and whisper, "Calm down. You know your emotions aren't normal." I started doubting my own mind, my own memory, my own worth. But something in me refused to die. One night, as he whispered on the phone about how he would take control soon, something inside me clicked. And I did the one thing he never expected. I started recording everything. Every whisper. Every manipulation. Every time he lied about my mental state. Every moment he planned to take my business. I recorded it all. I bought a small recorder and hid it under the couch. I kept my phone recording during our fights. I recorded conversations where he slipped and revealed his intentions. Soon, I had hours of evidence. Hours of his lies. Hours of his real face. The calm, loving husband he pretended to be in public was gone. And a greedy, calculating stranger remained. The final confirmation came when I heard a woman's voice in the background during his call. Soft, confident, laughing. He told her, "Once the board removes her, everything is ours." Ours. Not mine. Not his. Ours. He wanted my company, my money, and her. For a moment, I couldn't breathe. Not because of heartbreak, but because of clarity. Everything finally made sense. I wasn't losing my mind. I was losing my marriage. Because he was taking it apart piece by piece. The day he filed a petition claiming I was mentally unstable and unfit for leadership, I felt something final break inside me. But there was no fear left. No confusion. No tears. Just strength. Cold. Clear. Dangerous. 'Cause he didn't know. I had him recorded. Not for minutes, but for hours. Now, I was ready to burn everything he built with my destruction. For days I moved through the house like a ghost. Quiet, invisible, unnoticed. He thought I was breaking. He thought his plan was almost complete. But I was not breaking. I was preparing. Every night after he slept, I gathered files. Emails he tried to delete. Fraudulent documents he signed. Voice calls he made. Screenshots of conversations. Bank transfers to another name. And the recordings, all of them organized, time-stamped, labeled. I met with a lawyer silently. Gave her everything. She didn't blink once. She simply closed the file and said, "We're going to end him." For the first time in months, I breathed fully, because I wasn't fighting alone anymore. I had truth. I had proof. I had strength. The board meeting was scheduled at 10 a.m. He arrived early, wearing confidence like a crown. A polished suit. A smile that didn't touch his eyes. A woman beside him, The same woman from the calls. He walked into the room as if he had already won. He placed a stack of papers in front of everyone. His voice smooth, rehearsed. My wife is mentally unfit to lead. For the stability of the company, I request full control. People nodded. Some looked uncomfortable. Some looked convinced. He thought the room belonged to him. He thought my silence meant defeat. But then, the door opened, and I walked in. Not broken, not fragile, not unstable, but steady, calm, and very, very aware. He froze. The woman beside him lowered her eyes. I sat across from him and placed my own folder on the table. My lawyer pressed a button, and his own voice filled the room. Once she's gone, everything is mine. No one will believe her anyway. We'll take over quietly. His face turned white. Sweat formed on his forehead. His hands trembled. The board members stared at him, horrified. Another clip played. Just tell everyone she's unstable. That's all they need to hear. Gasps filled the room. The woman beside him tried to leave, but security stopped her. His entire world collapsed. In a single minute. He didn't give up. Not immediately. He tried to cry. He tried to manipulate. He tried to twist everything. He claimed I set him up. He claimed the recordings were fake. He claimed he was protecting me. But the judge listened patiently, and then asked him one question. If your wife was unstable, why were you transferring her money into another woman's account? Silence. The other woman was called to testify. Under pressure, her voice cracked. He told me he would get rid of her, and the company would be ours. Gasps again. His lawyer dropped his pen. My lawyer simply smiled. Within minutes, the judge ruled. Heavy check mark, full business ownership returns to me. Heavy check mark, restraining order against him. Heavy check mark, fraud charges pending. Heavy check mark, he must vacate our home. Heavy check mark, and he must pay damages for defamation. He looked at me with hollow eyes. Eyes that finally understood something. He had destroyed himself. Not me. Days passed. Then weeks. Peace returned to my home. My business. My mind. People apologized. Employees apologized. Friends returned. Life slowly healed. And he lost the woman. He lost the money. He lost the respect. He lost the future he tried to steal. Rumors said he moved to a small apartment. Alone. Broken. Forgotten. But the truth? I didn't care. Because I had rebuilt myself. Piece by piece. Truth by truth. Strength by strength. I stood in my office window one last time. Sunlight warming my face. And whispered to myself. They called me unstable. But I was the only one standing steady. I didn't win by shouting. I won by seeing, waiting, recording, and believing in myself. Even when the world didn't. This wasn't just revenge. This was justice. This was freedom. This was closure. And I walked away stronger than ever. For more powerful stories of truth, courage, and unforgettable comebacks, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Your support creates the next story.